have any massive team fight outside of a Blink RP. Everything else is much more finicky and difficult to get off, whereas the Pango is very straightforward. You go in a straight line. It's very simple.
The flip side to that too, though, is that if you're playing around those big ultis, you want to all be together. So if you have a lineup that's built around pickoff, and you take one of those cogs out of the machine, then suddenly you can't make that push happen. And that's where like Lionfinger Laguna can come out and sort of make your push a little bit harder to get at the exact timing that you want it.
It's why I love the fact they've got Beastmaster DP and Shadow Shaman. We used to see it a lot with like Shadow Shaman DK DP, where you'd cycle your ultis.
Right.
So you'd use like, you know, Death Prophet Exorcism for a tier 1, then you'd have like maybe a third or half the duration for a tier 2. You've got Serpent Wards for the tier 2 to really consolidate that objective, or go high ground if you need to with your Beastmaster Necrobooks. So you don't have to necessarily pop all the ultis at once and, you know, bust everything in one go. You can cycle through them quite nicely.
That's a great point, Gary. And
Thank you, baby.
Pango, look at the odds.
6 to 1. Man, they do not believe. God, you don't know what I want to see? Is
Grimstroke?
No, a shockwave pulls somebody into a tree area where they can't get out. Like you cliff somebody with shockwave pulling them back.
I mean, if EG was playing,
Unreal.
I mean, if it was Jerax on the Magnus, he used to do that all the time with Earth Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Grabbing creeps into the trees.
See, I thought he was talking about our TZ clip.
Oh, yes, I know.
Okay, got it.
I'm being kind and generous to players. Lacoste is being mean, evil-spirited. Poor Cliff Teasy.
We all have to know our place in this world.
Yeah, I'm a gentle soul.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Courier Snipe, are you ready? Shadow Shaman making it happen, but they're not.
There's no Courier.
Fake hype. Hashtag.
that's pretty next level. You can't kill their courier if they're not using it. Like, just don't use the courier at all.
That is amazing.
Oh, look, it's a tri-lane. Mineski have learned from TNC the strength of tri-lanes, I feel. Because they weren't doing this, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, Febby, though. He's just going to pull this creep wave past and trying to body block. Oh, Shaman.
Ooh, the aggro.
Oh, bottom lane Ghost Ticket did not block the side camp with the boar. So Centaur Conqueror spawn, not the best one he can get. Ideally, it should be a Satyr for him or Hellbear Crippler.
Here's the next level play, though. KP thinks that it's blocked, so he's not going to walk to the hard camp.
Hellbear Crippler.
This game is not...
It's a potato and a tomato.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Oh, Ninja Boogie.
What is the potato called? Because the red one's a smasher. I don't know.
Oh, Febby wanted to cliff. But it doesn't happen. God, Shaman is just so good. Why are people not picking this guy?
Because he's slow.
Dude, he's so good, though.
But he's so slow. Look, he's so slow.
It's because of a dagger. He's got
boots and he's still so slow.
Whatever.
It's like why people stop picking Deucer, I feel. You just can't move around the map fast enough. Like, you have to waste smoke, so you have to have early boots and expend your money on it. Or you have to very...
Oh, Skewer.
Oh, that's big.
Ooh, got the one. And the chase forward. Poor old Slayer body blocks
Nice
in from the
fire.
slow person. He made it happen.
Oh, PA was missing one CS to get herself to level 2 with that Phantom Strike. I think it would be more than enough just to close the gap and some extra damage on it.
So they dodged the first blood. Now, still potential to happen. God, watch it. Look at this. Ether Shock is still such an amazing skill. 90 mana, 140 damage at level 1.
Packs a punch.
But mid lane, Lina versus DP, somewhat of an old school matchup, I think. It feels like just sort of that farming fest, although right now it's Lina that's gained the better end of the deal.
And Lina considered the kind of pseudo hard counter to DP. She, Exorcism comes out, you've got Laguna Blade to completely remove her from the game and waste that massive cooldown.
So Shaman putting himself in position just to get killed off by the tower before anybody can TP in, and Slayer is gonna get jumped on. No way to save his life, and eventually he's just going to be killed off.
Febby pushed him to low ground. I don't know what I'd do with myself. Very well done, Febby. One of the reasons I wanted the Lion pick as well, with the Shadow Shaman coming out, is Lion's a pretty good reactive hero to deal with it, because you've got 2 disables and 2 ways to stop shackles.
Yeah, that's nice.
And you're both pretty much the counterparts of each other. So you're going to be in very similar places on the map at any given time.
Yeah, Mag is not the strongest tri-laner, but with the new Shockwave, that pulls him back, and you have a Skewer, so that's a lot of slow. You have Morphling on the other side. That's not the hero that likes to play a tri-lane. We didn't talk about the bottom lane, though. Doom against the Beastmaster. Doom can score a kill on a Beastmaster, and he farms more in this kind of a matchup because of the extra region that he has, so he's not really influenced by the harassment coming out from the boar. If he gets level 6 before the Beastmaster and he saves the Devour to kill the boar, then he can grab a kill.
Okay. I mean, even sometimes getting into range to take the boar over or devour the boar can be a little bit frustrating to do, just because you get the slowdown and then the kite everywhere. But, well, Lina has the Mantle of Intelligence on the ground right now.
Yeah, I've seen that in my pub games.
Yeah, I bet.
They usually get destroyed after dropped on the ground.
What did Scriff find over there? Was that a butterfly, Scriff? Is that a little... Oh, look at it.
Yeah.
It's magic.
It's really pretty.
So pretty. What other animals can you find for us? There's a squirrel somewhere.
Oh, if you go north a little bit, there's a turtle again.
He's not. No, I'm not.
No, I said north. Where you?
He's looking for the squirrels down there somewhere.
Okay, there's the turtle.
That's a frog.
Now down a little bit further. Maybe it's not a turtle. Did the turtle disappear? They removed the turtle.
Where?
Oh, he knows where the turtle
Southwest, there was a small T-Rex.
Okay.
Just need to look close enough. A little bit to the left, Scriff.
Where's the axolotl?
I think the turtle was actually at the other spot. I think that Scriff was right. There's a turtle. Look at him. He's magical.
If you find all of the frogs, you can unlock the gambler.
Oh.
I think that's very funny. So we wait.
I kind of missed the little Easter eggs that Ice Frog used to put in Dota 1.
What were they? I didn't know. I've never heard of this.
Literally stuff like that. Like there were like 8 frogs out on the map, hidden in the trees, and if you went and collected them all, you'd unlock a tavern in the southeast corner that could unlock the gambler, which was a hidden hero.
I didn't know about that.
There was a bunch of like random stuff like that.
Huh.
And now we get a Roche hat for Christmas.
Santa hat, yeah.
That one's pretty good when you get him. Look at this guy. He just wants to be a festive fella. He's just the coolest cat in town. There was no reason given for this pause either, unless I have these players muted, which it looks like I don't.
Reasons.
Just waiting for this game to get underway yet again. The wonderful folks over there, Mineski, Dota, and the Pango.
Boots of travel are cancelled if the destination unit dies while channeling. See, I know this one all too well. In one of... we play in the joint Dota League as kind of a staff team. So I've got a bunch of 2K, 3K players that work at JD. We played as 5 together, and we're doing pretty well in a game. We've got a Void in our team. We've got a Lich. I can't remember what hero I was, but we're pushing enemy high ground. Our Void goes in, dies at tier 3, buys back, and TPs to the creep wave. And the Lich is, you know, the old Lich with sacrifice.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah, so the Boots of Travel come in.
Yeah.
You don't have to finish that.
Lich really wanted his mana.
And it had to be from that creep.
Lich is going to have your Boots of Travel.
Lich is going to have your game.
Amazing. Oh, we got the wonderful folks over here, too. We get to see the Aegis, all the different teams that have won. Man, they're going to run out of space pretty soon. They're going to have to extend this down. Well, it does sound like one of the players is going to need to replace his monitor.
I didn't know Puppy was there.
Well, and hello and welcome back, ladies and gents. We're back into this game as the hardware issue has been resolved. Now we're going to be back into it.
No moon. picked up the regen rune when Bottle was in backpack.
No, not like this.
Well, so that was the thing, is that he saw that up there Iceberg was going to potentially deny it. So it's like either take it or it's gone. But yes, frustrating for sure. Not something that makes you want to drop your items.
I mean, you should be happy with just picking up that regen rune after using all of your mana, forcing Iceberg out of the lane. Lina's gonna hit level 6, and DP's not gonna be even level 5.
Yeah, really putting the business on him. And is this a matchup that should be this one-sided?
Pretty much.
Okay. Oh. Almost getting the double skewer there up onto the high ground, but instead it's a double impale, and then the jump forward. Not quite able to steal away that bounty rune, as the shackles are going to connect as well, trying to find this kill on the Ajit. They will lose the Shadow Shaman.
Go, Febby, go. Gets both bounty runes. What a player.
He made it happen, man. Now it looks like Ajit won't get any more of that regen coming through. Needs another Purifying Flames. Is it enough in time? Not quite there. Febby pushes him closer and almost makes the PA lose her life, but Ajit lives.
It was level 1 flames, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think barely enough HP on the PA to survive anyway. Would have been close. What's Slayer doing? Warding up. Yeah, so the mid lane, DP can never Spirit Siphon the Lina because she outranges her. Dragon Slave and LSA both shove the wave and force DP to farm under tower while harassing back.
Oh, Moon's about to be so tilted. Oh, he's going to be so tilted.
Why are there 3 heroes in my lane?
Yeah. That's not the way you want it to go.
Very irritating.
Yeah, we should watch the bottom lane. Doom, does he have enough mana for Doom and Devour? He needs 10 more mana, so if he eats the boar, gets the Doom off, but then he does not have enough for a War Stomp. Pretty limited on mana, needs to bring out some mangoes.
Looks like he's comfortable just sort of dominating the lane a little bit, because he is pretty far ahead of that Beastmaster in terms of net worth. And well, just gonna drop the Laguna Blade right onto Iceberg's head, and Ninja Boogie is living, walking away on 16 HP.
Oh! And a double kill for Moon. So immediately after being tilted by getting ganked by the 2 supports, he brings both of his supports into the mid lane.
Right.
Kills the DP and an additional one on the Shadow Shaman. Super important for that Lina.
And Mineski right now are just looking like the better team. 2,000 gold lead, 6-1. They're doing it.
And they're also stacking camps for PA after, once she decides to go in the jungle. Also, she's getting a lot of levels on the top lane, almost level 5, since the both supports already rotated.
The Pango do have the Death Ball, though. You know, DP Exorcism is ready. I think unlikely we'll see her really use it until maybe level 7 or 8. I'm a little surprised she's leveled it up. You know, quite often we see the 303, at least initially, and then Exorcism after. Because you want to kind of tie it in with the movement. Ghost Stick is coming in, fair enough. He's going to try and roar into mid. That might be why. But we've got the Serpent Wards coming up soon. Beastmaster's ready. Vlad's pretty much on the go. And DP, of course, very, very prominent when pushing into objectives.
Beastmaster is stealing their stacks in the jungle.
Yeah. But it is also going to be Lina clearing out the other stacks, potentially, although she actually headed back mid. So there's still this gank potential that could come out if she's not careful. Although they're going to head back and try and take down the Doom as this rotation comes by virtue of Iceberg and Shaman behind. Do they have enough to take down KP? He's really quick. Ghost Stick trying to find that angle. Roar is going to be there, and they're just barely able to connect on. Going to drop the exorcisms. Now the shackles to follow afterwards. And KP still living. All right, he goes down.
Jeez.
Well, all good things get turned around again afterwards as they lose the Morph lane up in the top lane. And now also this exorcism is going to start to wear out pretty soon.
Yeah, they would have loved to get that pick and convert it into an objective, the tier 1 bottom, most importantly. But I don't know if they'll be able to finish it off. Exorcism will wear off when the tower's like half HP.
Yeah, the Radiant used Glyph before for some reason.
And they're not TPing bottom. Okay.
So trade-off there. Don't quite get the last hit on the tower. See if Mineski can get the other side of it, but it also seems unlikely that Pango are going to want to try and defend their top tier 1 without Exorcism or Roar.
They're going to trade the towers. PA and Lina will manage to bring down the top one, and Pango already evading the jungle.
KP waving at the Morphling.
Yeah.
Throws his hands in the air.
Like you just don't care. So rotation towards the mid lane. We still have that Shaman. Not quite at level 6 yet, but we'll get close to it once the tome is finished off. But they'll still be able to pressure this tower, and this is the group up you were talking about. Make it happen.
It's the only way the Pango can play, I feel. In this game, anyway. Have the Morphling sit back, safely farm the pocket somewhere. He's down in the southeast right now. Could easily go to the triple camp, where they do need to just brute force into these towers, knowing that Mineski only really have the Lina to wave clear and deal with them. But Lina's had such a good start to the game that she's level 8, closing in on level 9, and level 4 in the Dragon Slave already. Does a pretty good job at dealing with the creep waves coming in, especially when Shadow Shaman doesn't have level 6 yet.
They're pinging out Phantom Assassin on the top lane, but they need to bring more numbers if they want to kill her. She also popped the blur, so they can't see her. Right now they can.
Slow down, Spirit Siphon. Still tough to make this work, and they're going to just get the Blink Strike away afterwards, jump into Febby. So yeah, nothing really to do there. Yeah, and you're kind of in an awkward spot now for the Pango, because Moon is just sort of sitting here and getting some pretty decent damage onto the tier 1 mid, and everybody's kind of left, so it's hard to defend. Do they glyph this catapult? No. So they won't be able to pressure anymore for the tier 1. And Jaboogie will find another little hawk there, gets the ping afterwards.
And they spot the smoke.
They know. Yeah, Lion just hit level 6 with the Tome of Knowledge. They want to get a pick off.
Ghosts going top.
Ajit's down at about 2/3 HP. This is a little bit scary, but if you can get the Finger Laguna Blade combo off, it'd be really good. They reveal Ninja Boogie in just a second. Our Spike's going to connect. Light Strike Array, the Trumpin comes from KP. He's able to find the Doom, but in the midst of all of this, he's just ward trapped. But they did take down the Death Prophet.
Not the best execution from Mineski. Also Ghostic with the great positioning and the Hawk.
Shadow
Managed
Shaman.
to take down Lion. Shadow Shaman is dead.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman just cracked level 6, so when KP was TPing, he didn't know he was about to get ward trapped. Yeah. So he placed his TP very aggressively. Unfortunately for the Shadow Shaman, just about got the Serpent wards down, but it's, expenditure of 2 big ultis for a tier 1, which they'd really already gotten, and they lose a couple of heroes in the exchange, so still decent trade out for Mineski.
And you can see that huge injection of gold that can come out if they can clear through these ancient stacks. Likewise, though, Slayer, I think, spotted this ancient stack here, so he's going to realize what's going on and just places down a ward to get extra vision. Doesn't block the camp, it looks like.
I like what Pango is doing. They're just moving from one lane to another as a group, while Morphling is farming on a different side of the map. Finger was used. What?
It was up in the top lane.
No. He just used it. 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago.
Well, they find themselves the kill onto Ghostic after the tower goes down, and now looking for a little bit more. Eul Scepter lift up, Light Strike Array, gonna connect onto both of them. They also root up Iceberg, and KP looking to chase this one down, has another Referral Blade in 4 seconds. The slow is gonna be there as they find a crit, and KP fully diving in for this one. The buyback comes from Oracle, in fact, and that's gonna spell the end of the chase coming from Mineski, but they also do find Morph. Nothing else in the tank.
If Alina was in position there.
Yeah, Morphling can just get one shot and by PA's crit if he's not careful enough.
There's Lina, Lion, and PA can all one-shot the Morphling, and there's Doom on top of it. It's a real rough game.
Febby's also getting a lot of space. He was under-leveled, was level 4, 11 minutes in. Now he's level 6, and is only around 1,000 gold away from his Blink Dagger.
And there's nothing the Pango can do apart from keep brute forcing. There's no nuance to their draft, really. They just have to keep going as four, push forward aggressively, look for objectives, find pickoffs, try and get in towards these tier 2s. But I think more importantly, they've got to start the Roshan timer, right? They've got to get the first Roshan under their belt so the second one can come up faster.
And Naive there, he goes in kind of revealing the positioning, and that meant that Shaman couldn't get the Hex off. So KP responds, they rotate in and find that kill. Now another net, they're able to catch this Oracle.
Yeah.
This is really bad for Pango.
I like how Mineski's playing. They are playing fast, and they're also going for more objectives. Like, they're not focusing the same target. KP realizes that he can chase with this end snare and 4 points in Scorched Earth, extra movement speed. He can actually chase them down.
They know they've got enough damage to kill multiple heroes. Like Oracle and Shadow Shaman, they're paper. They fall so quickly.
Yeah, well, and that point that you talk about being able to chase down people with KP, he's finding kills that you probably still would be able to find, but maybe you wouldn't be able to because of that extra damage with the talent. Like, there's a lot of cool things going on that Mineski are doing. I'm liking it.
Yeah, that's the thing about the lineups with the Doom in them. You need to have enough slow, enough catch potential to actually kill the target. How many times have you seen Doom just using it, let's say, on a life stealer, and with the build that he goes for, he just runs away from the team fight?
Right. Can't really happen in this game for the Pango. They're kind of stuck in it once that Doom catches, particularly with the ensnare.
The great thing nowadays, though, with Dota, like, so a draft like this that the Pango have 2-3 years ago, you'd have maybe 1 or 2 chances. And if you failed with that snowball and the push, and your opponents, deflected your go,
right,
then it's kind of game over. And we would see, 15, 60-minute GGs. But, oh dear, Iceberg. Oh dear.
I mean, he's living for a while. Roar came out on the other side, too, as they take down Ninja Boogie. But they do eventually get the Death Prophet. And, wow, this Shaman is bold as brass, but finds that Magnus. And they stick around and get the kill.
He bought the Blink Dagger before he died, so no gold loss.
And it's DP with Exorcism ready, dead. So that's, 30, 40 seconds without the Pango pushing forward aggressively.
And they also use the Shadow Shaman ward, so they can go for objectives. The first row should die after the next fight. Whoever gets a pick off, PA has Vlad's. Maybe they're just waiting for a Deso. That's going to be way easier with the Deso. She's going to farm it in the next minute or two.
But yeah, nowadays you get many more chances with Greaves, with Crimson Guard, Vlad's, all these kind of new or buffed up aura items. You can hit multiple timings later down the line with these kinds of drafts.
Poor Slayer. Wait, the RP, what's happening in this fight? They find themselves another.
Good false promise.
And it's going to be able to keep the Death Prophet alive for a little bit, but he's eventually going to die as well. Doomed everything.
That's unfortunate.
I don't know what happened. Man, Mineski, like, this is the thing, too, is that when there's this chaos happening, it feels like they always know the right target to go on. They're like, all right, we can wait on killing that Oracle because Death Prophet shows for a second.
The thing about their carries, he's not involved in any of the kills so far. 0, 1, 0. Like, yes, it's a morph, it's a late game hero, but he can still take a fight.
Oh god, and Slayer, he just comes back in again. Mineski able to find him. Good Hex comes out, but KP, the net through midair, which means the shackles were interrupted. And they will be able to find this Shadow Shaman afterwards. They still try and run down KP, but the mag is waiting off to the side, ready to jump in. He doesn't have RP available, but could make some mischief happen with a skewer.
Yeah, they don't want to fight around the shrine when it's up. So good reaction there from Mineski, just to get a pick off and then realize that with all the TPs and reaction from the Pango, it is time to back up.
So we were talking about the strength of Death Prophet with the silence, but he hasn't actually leveled it up yet. Is this fairly normal still?
I think he should have put 1 point in silence instead of a Spirit Siphon. You still have 4 points in Crypt's form to push out the waves, and you get so much more value and a team fight out of it.
I feel like, yes, it's fairly normal, but I agree with Lacoste. I would like to see an adaptation here. I don't know about the Spirit Siphon. We sometimes see the value point in silence taken away from Crypt Swarm, where you go like 3-1-4.
God, KP is not afraid. Light Strike Ray is completely off the mark, but they're probably just going to kill this Shadowman anyways, and wards were dropped. Mineski do not care. They are so farmed. Jump forward, find the catch. There's going to be the shackles, the finger, every dang thing thrown out onto his face. They don't quite hit the Light Strike Ray, but Laguna Blade comes out afterwards.
Did they skewer someone?
No, he didn't find anyone. Instantly pinging the Roche pit. You know it's not going well for them when they are running away from Mass Serpent wards.
It's gone off the rails. Like, if the Pango were meant to be a freight train, they're setting down the tracks, moving forward, all of a sudden, Mineski, they've taken it off. Absolute train wreck. 12k lead now for Mineski with the first Roshan, which it was desperately required for the Pango to actually have a chance in this game.
Well, it is going to be that Aegis on the PA now, and KP ready to blink forward, finds himself Mr. Iceberg. This net has gotten him so much value, but they do use the Yule Scepter. And now another Yule Scepter off to the side. They find themselves another kill. That's Slayer dead. And now they're going to chase for more. The Doom's going to come out. They mute. Aja chases. And it is going to be eventual death of the Shaman. The Roar is there as well. Naive trying to do Dota desperately at all, but it's not going to be there. He switches over to Strength form, but eventually dies as well. It's just like everywhere you look, somebody's dying.
Yeah, Mineski actually feel that the Pango is extremely weak right now, and you could feel the hesitation at one point whether we go in or not. Then Doom is used, and suddenly everyone just groups in and goes for those kills.
I mean, that's the thing that's crazy though, is that entire fight, Febby wasn't even there. He's picking up bounty runes.
He knows what's good. Mineski like a pack of hyenas now. They sense the weakness. Only going for the tier 3. Safe option to fall back onto that Eastern Shrine.
Beastmaster underneath the ward. He has to run. Yeah. I think Pack of Wolves is a good description there. They're
No, we said hyenas.
I said hyenas, but yeah, same thing. It's okay.
Sorry, Game of Thrones
sharks,
on the mind.
Hyenas, wolves, dire wolves.
Game of Thrones on the mind, my bad.
Honey badgers. Honey badgers is also a very good one.
Are they in packs?
They aren't, but they may as well be. Like one honey badger is like 7 wolves.
Oh my god,
They
look
are
at this.
insane animals.
So Slayer died and Ghost Stick died simultaneously.
Honey Badger is stronger than Komodo Dragon.
Damn, dude. And Komodo dragons like rip your legs off.
So Febby misses the shockwave, misses the skewer, but finds the RP. And now they're keeping Iceberg under wraps as he is just trying, he's animation canceling. And he senses that it was going to happen.
Futile is their resistance.
You can sense that Pango does not have an answer. This is like a headless chicken running around. If we're comparing animals, the players and the teams.
The Pango right now reminds me of how Mineski played against TNC.
Yeah.
Right?
Like they have no answer. They don't know what to do. Basically, you're just waiting for them to finish the game.
Hoping for a mistake.
All right, this is the point for the Pango. They're getting some items. They're going to group together, try and make the big play with the Death Prophet up. And Mineski back out.
The big play.
Smoke up? Like push out the wave, smoke up, try and catch somebody on the retreat?
Sure.
It's a possibility.
Anything's possible if you try hard enough.
Let's see it. All right, there's the call.
Time to go.
Are they smoked? They're not.
They are not.
Okay.
They do deward though.
They got that.
Step 1, complete.
Moon is...
Step 2, don't lose your... She has yours.
Fake it.
Fake it. Oh. Pros don't fake.
God.
Good.
Iceberg?
Nah.
He's good.
They have the high ground now.
There's a BKB on the PA and...
Still have a minute and 40 seconds left on that Aegis.
The trouble is the high ground that the Pango are holding is not their base high ground.
Yeah, there's kind of some things going on off to the side here. They could throw out the adaptive strike for the long duration stun. But yeah, right now it's feeling kind of rough. Febby is waiting behind. He has the smoke going. The Ghetto Shadow Blade, but they find the Hex, and now the Shackle's on the low ground. Not bad, but Moon can interrupt the Blade Strike Ray. Now Febby backs out, rooted for the moment. If the Pango step too far up, they could potentially get grouped all together for the big RP. They're looking for the opening. They don't even need the dang thing. The RP connects onto 2. They pull them both back in and die, and GG is called at Dogiki.
Yeah, I love when teams are calling GG. They realize that nothing can be done in this game instead of playing it for the next.